Okay, thank you so much for kind introduction. I'd like to talk a little bit about digital innovation today. I guess I should introduce myself at the first. As the introduction, I'm the researching in AI and data science, but also I'm doing the entrepreneur about the AI startup company. So that today I also the connectivity between the academic and the business perspectives. That's why I a little bit talk about the digital innovation here. And also that these kind of things is I heavily talk in the government or some policy making like a Young Academy of Japan at the Science Council of Japan or something. From my personal viewpoint, what is happening in digital innovation? This is just an example about the top AI conference research result. The paper index, like a Nature index by each institutions at the NeurIPS. It's one of the famous the AI conference. The very top is as you can see, it's a Google. It's a very top. It's Google's academic result is the greater than like at Stanford, like MIT or something. So the company research is so much strong, even from like academic perspective. The Google actually has acquired by the viewpoint is one of the most famous startups. This situation, like a startup, like a company, is heavily contributed to the academics. So that this is main reason I think this is because of data, because the Google has a big data collection systems. So for engineers or like researchers, if we go into the Google, we can the research at these kind of data which the Google collected. So of course, university doesn't have such kind of like a data collection system. So that of course for the data scientists, data is one of the biggest research instruments, of course, so that the data is one of the powerful key, not only the business, but also the academic. So the business and the academic is very much combined. So the why data is so important in the academic and the business perspective. Today, we're gonna talk about the digital transformation, of course. But in my mind, I do separate two things, like a legacy business and a new business. I guess the previous speakers talk about the automation or these kind of things. It means the legacy business at a non-digital way to make the digital way. So which means that of course we can obtain the new data, but the digital innovation, including making a new business based on data society, is completely new, so that we can obtain new data, of course, but of new kind, which business nature itself is. So that as a academic perspective as well, data innovation is so much important. So I also established the smart city startups called the Skimverge. We like to focus on the data-driven urban development. So that that's why smart cities. But in that case, of course, we need the data. So we made two applications to collect the data. One is a visitor for visitors, for the people to visit sightseeing place with this our application, the iOS and Android. It's called Horai. So they select the data, the sightseeing places which we would like to go, and then we suggest itinerary by AI algorithm. And also, we provide the business operators of sightseeing places the whole for this. The system can optimize their shift or scheduling depend on the visitor's schedule. So we are doing a demand supply matching with AI of sightseeing places, so that we can have a data about the sightseeing places, so that we can make the new buildings which we should establish on that area. that's what we are doing right now. So our product right now is expanding nationwide in Japan. At first, we focus on the Setouchi Triennale. It's one of the famous art festival, not only in Japan, global wide. And after that, we try to grow expansion, but the COVID-19 situation, we shift to the sales in Japan. But like here, all online conversation will be is very much like a normal way, so that we very much hoping to have a expansion of worldwide as well. Also, through this activity, I also found out some key issues about the digital innovations. One is a policy difficulties. Of course, a new business has a area has a no rule. It's of course a new, which means the definition is has a no rule of yet. So that always we have to tackle with the gray zone. So it's a little bit sometimes difficult in Japan, especially. And the second big thing is a patent. The patent is important in technology way, but data collection system or data cannot be protected by patent. It's very much difficult in AI innovation if you're talking about. And the third one is very much I'm interested in right now. This kind of like a knowledge spin-off is a very much new. We need a new university system of AI. So that we published recently a Nature research about this kind of a deep learning global center initiative. So let me please read a little bit if you're interested in. But I guess we have running out of time, so let's discuss more later on. Thank you.